Let me just take a sip of my drink because now that one's going to go down in the history books. Not really for the result or how the game was played, but what a palaver that was to get started. 6 minutes in, Callum McGregor scores, and then all of a sudden we're waiting about an hour and a half to 2 hours for the game to kick off again. Granted, the pitch was in some tragic state, and we were all thinking there, only Scotland would be able to have a way to screw ourselves out of a wet pitch through weather, because it was bad. That was a puddle. That was water polo tonight before literally we stopped and fixed it. But as time went on and on, the pitch did get fixed, and fair play to all the groundskeeper willies out there. They'd done a terrific job sorting all that out. Even having the stewards and the SFA staff out there, we want this game to continue. We're 1-0 up. We're not restarting it in St Mirren tomorrow. And fair play to every single one of them out there doing an absolute job. They absolutely saved the game and saved our result and our entire campaign going to Germany. If you're out there with a broom, if you're out there with one of them roller things, if you're out there even just kicking the puddle off, you deserve a round of applause, and thank you very much for everything you've done tonight. But let's get back into the game. Scotland were amazing the first 6 minutes. Since the restart, we were grand for a couple of minutes, and then Georgia came back into it. I do think there was a couple of maybe a niggle in Kieran Tierney, which is probably why he get taken off later on in the game, but we accept that because he is pretty injury prone. But I was very disappointed in Andy Robertson's performance tonight. Not the fact I'm slating him as a man, because he's been incredible for us for years, but he just wasn't really on the ball tonight. But who was Scott McTominay. And I called it out, and you probably see a TikTok or a YouTube short that I'll be posting later on. But I was literally giving the man all the praise in the world, and then within about 30 seconds he scored that absolute difficult shot. So Scott McTominay, that round of applause is for you and you alone. And if you're very happy to see that result, drop a like on the video, because he absolutely deserves it. The boy has scored 5 out of 4 games from CDM or centre back as well, because he's been filling into that position. But he was also filling in a lot down the left hand tonight, and he was also taking the corner kicks from the left hand side when John McGinn was adjacent from him. So whatever Steve Clarke's got you doing, keep it up, because I can't fault you at all. Scotland definitely did lack a little bit going into the second half, especially towards the latter stages. We had a lot of possession of the ball, as you can see from the stats to my left. Actually, I've kind of just contradicted myself. We've had less possession of the ball, but compared to the first half we did. But our attacking expected XG and everything was far, far superior than what it should have been. And literally, the tactics that Steve Clarke has, as people say, might be boring football, but winning football is the most entertaining thing you can watch for a nation, and country before club all day long. I can't really fault any of the boys, really. Even though Andy Robertson didn't have his best game tonight, he still literally showed a lot of heart, and I've got to give him a lot of credit for that. Aaron Hickey, I don't think you deserved that yellow. You was a 50-50 challenge, and literally the ref just saw it that way. The same with the penalty late on. You even forget about that penalty was given. I did say at the time, though, if that was given against me and not a penalty, I would have been fuming. So I was like, yeah, that was a penalty. Complete fluke and nothing you can do about it. But yeah, it definitely was a penalty, and thank God he skied it, because we're still yet to concede a goal from open play in this whole campaign. The only goal we have conceded is from an Erling Haaland dive, which, yeah, well, the press were on his side and there was a story there. But we are sitting 12 points from 12 with 1 dive goal conceded against us. What Steve Clarke's going for the boys right now is nothing short of phenomenal. I gave a good bit of criticism in my stream earlier on to 442 because they were not given credit. They were given a generic response. But the realism is this Scotland team has something phenomenal about them. They're not individual players, which you've seen in the past, and with your Darren Fletchers, not slating these people at all, because this is just the way they were managed. But Steve Clarke has them working as a unit, as a one membrane being, or however the terminology would be. The Scotland team flows well, they connect well, as the esports call them. The synergy is well with this team. People don't want to see individual greatness, they want to see a result between everyone. And that's something that has really been lacking over the last 25 years or so. But right now we have it in front of our eyes, and I can't be more prouder to support this team. We have something amazingly going for us right now, and we've got our next game against Cyprus, which we hope will continue to 15 points out of 15, and then we go into our 150th anniversary, where we hope we beat the Owl enemy, because realistically we really want that result, just based on momentum. But going back into tonight's result and what we've got in the future now for this going forward, we know that the next game against Spain after the Cyprus one is going to be in Sevilla, and there's been a leaked news article in Spain saying that it is going to be there. So if you are looking for tickets, make sure to go and check where that is going to be, because it is going to be difficult to get hotel spaces for that game going forward. But we are looking forward to that nonetheless, because hopefully we'll actually have it all tied up by then. But Spain still have so many games in hand against where we are right now. Yes, we have the victory against them, which is going to be massively beneficial as top two go through, but for where we're sitting right now, this is going to be massive. So if you are new around here, please make sure to drop a sub to the channel for all the Scotland content. We do Scotland watch-alongs for every single game, unless I'm at the game, which means you're getting a vlog out of it. The #1 Scotland supporters channel is right here. Drop a like on the video for the next Cyprus game that's going to come up. Scotland are going to Germany. The sing-alongs were happening for the Tartan Army, and we are back in full force with back-to-back Euros. I will see you in September. Have a good one, and see you then. Bye-bye.